Today, we're going to analyze the character from Friends, Chandler Bing, in 6 minutes or less. Chandler is the beloved character from Friends who has a joke for everything. He never misses an opportunity to crack wise. He is the sultan of sarcasm, the king of the quip. The thing about Chandler is all those jokes belie a darkness under the surface. We all know the concept of the tears of the clown. What is really going on underneath that has forced him to constantly comment sarcastically on every single thing? The show would explore the deeper nature of the character and the dark truths under him, and it would sadly, tragically dovetail very well with the man who played him, Matthew Perry. This is, of course, part of what makes Chandler resonate on such a deep level with audiences. He's obviously very funny. He defined a kind of light, Gen X, irreverent, comedic delivery, but he also spoke to something missing, something painful, something hurtful and lacking. Where did that all come from? And why in a sitcom was it such an important piece of the puzzle and the stew that made the show, to this day, so incredibly successful and popular? Chandler's commitment issues and his constant need to make jokes about literally everything and be unserious about everything stems from a broken home. Chandler's parents got divorced when he was very young, and he is one of the most popular television characters to have undergone this experience, but it goes deeper than just a divorce. The divorce happened when Chandler was at a Thanksgiving dinner, which is a classic familial setting, and Friends and their Friendsgiving episode is really something that helped build this whole idea of what the show is, what it means to fans, the idea of a chosen family, of a family gathering so important like Thanksgiving that could take place just among friends. And it really all circulates around Chandler and his issues, his inability to have that at home, and how he had to go outside of it to the people he's close to as friends to find it. But Chandler's parents' issues aren't just at the divorce level. His mother is an erotic romance novelist. His father came out of the closet and was a dancer in a drag show in Las Vegas. And these things keep coming back into Chandler's world and sort of reminding us that he has issues with sexuality, with relationships, with identity, with gender. And all of this psychologically adds to the fact that the character just doesn't want to get close to people, doesn't want to have serious relationships, struggles to have them, and with all kinds of commitment. The deeply confusing nature of these relationships and this dynamic is where Chandler gets his comedy. After all, the old saying goes, comedy is tragedy plus distance. The distance part is pretty important to Chandler. So we've established that Chandler struggles to connect and have relationships with the women in his life, but there is a meaningful commitment and relationship he does have from the beginning, and that's with his roommate, Joey. Joey and Chandler complement each other perfectly as a classic comedic duo. Joey is high on confidence, low on intelligence, and Chandler is the opposite. And of course, throughout the show, they demonstrate how they actually have some of that quality that maybe they're lacking on the surface, but for the purposes of the majority of the series and the dynamic, they pretty much fit into those classic cliches, and that's part of the partnership and part of why they come to need each other. They become extremely close. But Chandler's issues with women run constant throughout the series. He has jealousy issues that ruin a relationship with a woman named Kathy. He also has a disastrous on again, off again with Janice. That is a point of tons of comedy, but also sort of one of those frustrations for him that just indicates that he just can't figure out what kind of relationship he should be in or who he should be with, and he just can't find a healthy way to pursue that. And despite all the struggles he has with commitments in his life, he does eventually find a way through his commitment to his friends to build on that foundation and develop a healthy, loving relationship and eventually marriage with Monica. Friends is truly about the idea that you can go out in the world as a young adult coming from wherever you've come from with whatever struggles you've had and whatever baggage you carry, and Chandler is the perfect avatar for this. And you can find a community, you can find a place that you call home where you find those relationships and connections that you are craving. It may not be the family you were born with, but it is the family you choose. And that is why people return to Friends over and over again, because it's the show that fills that hole or that void in our own lives. Now it elevates it to a level where it feels perfect and happy, and they have giant apartments in New York, which is completely unrealistic considering that a few of them don't have real jobs. But all of that aside, the show is designed to make you feel happy and cozy and comfortable and laugh a little bit with people who seem like the perfect group of friends. And in that way, Chandler is the beneficiary, and he does serve almost as an avatar for all of us, wondering and hoping if we can find something similar. I'm George Edelman. Thanks so much for watching. This is MovieWeb. Please be sure to like, rate, and subscribe. Let us know what you think. What other characters would you like to see analyzed in 6 minutes or less? Leave a comment and let us know what you think.